can't lie. I love the intro music so freaking much. Good morning. It's the Yanks Morning Brew. I got Grace Monroe. Good morning, Grace.
Morning, y'all.
And we got our boy Joe Caputo on the shift. What up, Joe?
What's going on, everybody? I hope you enjoyed today's show. I hope I could be the apple of your eye this morning.
Bro, listen,
let's go.
I don't know if they're ready, Joe. Between your energy, my energy, and Grace ready to talk Daddy Cole, we got an episode, people. All right.
Yeah. Everybody, go ahead and grab an ice pack and settle in, because here we go.
It's gonna be intense.
It's gonna be interesting. Real quick, let's do a roll call. Let's say good morning to people. We got Bobby in the building. Good morning, Bobby. We got Norman Soto. Good morning. Hi, guys from PR. Great show. Could you send Holmes to the Mets? Send Holmes somewhere. Damn it. We'll talk about that. Good morning, Impeach Mall. Impeach Mall 693. I had to pause for a second. I was like, am I saying that shit right? Impeach Mall. Jacob Petruzzi. Good morning, bro. Sierra said, give me the big that. Too early for a Stanton Selly? All right. Big time Jerry's in the building. Good morning, Tina. Medina. Good morning, Medina. Anna Marie Labio is in there. Guys, we got everybody rocking with us. First thing, these channels in the building. Did I miss anybody? Jonathan, Shanti, good morning. You guys ready to talk Yanks?
Always.
Look, what I love about the fact that the Yanks brew is Tuesdays and Thursdays is you usually get that little moment to at least breathe, right? Over one or two games. Granted, we have to come and talk about after the shit show we witnessed last night, Grace and Joe, because I'm not pleased. And this isn't one of those, oh, I'm flipping out, the world is over. We talked about on Monday or Tuesday. There's apparent issues that are starting to arise. And now here we are, another game, another loss where more issues are arising. I'll start with you, Joe. Start with last night's game, bro. Overall, where you at with how that turned out?
I mean, listen, I love to see Stanton coming through when he did. You know, that 3-run jack. He dropped the bomb. That was great. that he came through later on too with Anthony Volpe on base.
Yeah.
You know, it's he came up big. It was all wasted. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, Boone should not have brought in Clay Holmes. He's your closer. He's your guy. But Clay Holmes, he's been getting exposed. He's been bad, right? All season long, teams have been hitting the ball so hard off of him. The difference between him and people want to bring up Mariano, which I don't know why, but the difference between him and Mariano induced soft contact. This guy, freaking a missile here, a missile there.
Yeah, double
it's
here.
Like, my goodness gracious me. So, of course, this was going to happen. And he's been bad in his last, 10 appearances or something? His ERA is like
Joe.
Drop the knowledge.
He's so bad. His whip is inflated.
Bro, they literally said, what was the stat that I saw was last 15 outings, Holmes is holding a 5.93 ERA.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. I saw that too. It's, you know, and then listen, I'm not even saying a closer because I don't even know if that's out there. I don't know if that's out there. Don't tell me Mason Miller. No offense to anybody. Don't tell me Mason Miller. Oakland's gonna Oakland's gonna say, hey, we want that Martian guy. That's what Oakland's gonna say. Yankees gonna say, what are you talking about? Well, you want a guy who's got 4 or 5 years of control. That's what we're talking about. Even though I would love Mason Miller, and that ain't happening. So we need to shore up that back end. Yankees just signed Tim Hill, a lefty, 5.8 ERA. Not a solution. JT Brubaker hasn't pitched in a year and a half. Scott Efros hasn't pitched in a year and a half. And these are our reinforcements? Mm-hmm. We need to strengthen up that bullpen.
Yo, I'm glad you said that. And Grace, I'm going to throw it to you to stick with the Clay Holmes situation because last week, I think it was with you and Heck, you guys made great points about Clay Holmes, right? And we as a fan base try to find reasons to like Clay, but I said it before, Grace, if we have World Series aspirations and this is the team we're going with, you cannot, till this day, you still can't sell me that Clay Holmes is your closer. I said in the beginning of the year, and then when he started doing decent, it was, oh, you're too hard on Clay. No. There's no reason why the guy that I'm supposed to be like, yeah, when he comes in and give me confidence, I don't get that ever from Clay Holmes. I'm sorry, guys. When he comes in, I'm still in a stress situation. Go ahead, Grace.
It's like an eye test thing, right? There's something about Clay, and you can't quite put your finger on it, but just by looking at him, you don't see it, you don't feel it, and that's what the problem is because the statistics, the numbers, which you can't fight, we're saying that Clay was the best, that he was doing the best in baseball for a certain amount of time, right? So you're torn between what you're seeing with your eyes and what you're reading in the numbers, right? So it's that balance of which way are we gonna swing, and what's the smartest thing to do if you're thinking about the perspective of a GM. What's the smartest thing to do? Do you go with your brain? Do you go with your heart? That classic, dance. But I think, like what I was saying last week, when you don't have super solid infield defense and you have a closer that pitches to contact, and like Joe said, hard contact now, hard contact. That's a bad combination. That's a recipe for disaster, right? So, and then while Joe was talking, I thought about Robertson, and I brought him up once before, y'all. I know the Rangers are technically listen, they're not even still, let's be honest, they're not even in the wild card conversation really anymore, unless they go on a crazy streak, which I don't see them doing out there in the AL West. Hey, Damien, what about Robertson? Joe. He's had a great year. He's pitched in New York. He knows the environment. We've had success with him in the past. Like, what about getting him, making Clay a setup guy? I mean, that could be a possibility. You wouldn't have to give up as much for him as Mason Miller. Just throwing it out there. I don't know if that's the solution.
No, right, but and the thing I was going to say, and I'll throw it to you, Damien. What's up, my guy? Glad you're here. And then Joe, we'll jump into the bullpen overall, because you said that back end bullpen definitely needs help. We know that, it's apparent. Yeah. Grace and I talked about this a little bit before the show, and my question for you guys is, do you think it was easy for people to accept Clay over the last couple months because we're winning, right? Because even in some of those performances, Joe, he's given up runs. The problem is we at least had 3 that he could play around with, right? But the man was still giving up 1 or 2 runs. Damien, I'll start with you, bro. Clay Holmes' performance, the chat seems to be on the same page with us. Nobody seems too thrilled with him at the moment. Where you at, bro?
Clay Holmes is mentally weak to be a closer.
Damien came in hot.
He's not mentally fit. Doesn't have the DNA to be a closer. Point blank, period. Mm-hmm. We've seen this from Clay Holmes 2 years ago. Had an all-star caliber season. Stephen B., good morning. All-star caliber season first half. Came into the second half completely unfolded. Yeah. The moment he gets a guy on, or the moment the first pitch is thrown and he's off, he's not mentally fit to handle the role. You got to be a certain type of person. You got to be a little nuts to be a closer. Right. Or have the cojones the size of an elephant, which he's neither. Okay, so
Joe's face. Joe's like, yeah, all right.
I mean, he's got me tight this morning. All right, Clay's got me tight. All right, because it's been this way for the last couple seasons. And listen, the writing's been on the wall for the last couple years. Mm-hmm. So it was the front office's part. It was Cashman's part to fix this problem. The writing's been on the wall. We've all known this, and it wasn't going to change. No matter if they work with him as mechanics, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, Clay Holmes is a version of Gleyber Torres's mental capacity as far as being a strong player on the field. You can't have him as a closer. Am I being blunt? So be it. Your truth hurts sometimes. But he's got me tight this morning.
I see it, bro.
He's got me mad.
You can see his kind of energy, his language, his I don't know what you want to say. His body language. His body language is illustrated in when they decided this year to give him a walkout song. This man chose
that was the worst mistake.
The chillest, like, what in the world kind of slow dance country song? No offense to Chris Stapleton. He's great. No offense. Like, it's a great song, whatever. But this is not the vibe that you want to get when the bullpen door opens and your closer enters. I know we're not going to get Enter Sandman, okay? But and Diaz has a great one up there with the Mets. Not to bring up the Mets, and I know Diaz not having a great year, but his song is great, notwithstanding. But that is the song that he chose. That is the energy he brings. It is this. It's not a bulldog, right? It's not a pit bull, Joe.
You know, a pit bull. You're right. Yeah. Listen, with Clay Holmes, that boy needs confidence. And like what Damian said, his mental, he doesn't really have it up. If he's not confident, he's gonna crap the bed. That kid has nasty stuff. He does. He has nasty stuff. But when it's not together, when he's not confident, he's bad. He's just bad. Back in 22, had an awesome first half. His second half, he fell apart. That was his all-star season too.
Yes.
So, and Grace, back to your point about Robertson, he has a 3.62 ERA in 29 games, 32 in the third innings pitched, 49 strikeouts though. That's a lot. And the experience with the Yankees, I get that, but honestly, guys, I don't even know if there is a solution out there for the closing spot. I think it might stay with Clay Holmes.
Yeah. Do you think?
I don't think unless the Yankees can go out and convince the Cardinals to trade Helsley, if they can do that.
Let's say they don't do any of that, Joe. Do you see a solution in-house where, again, if we went Grace's role and said, all right, Clay, you're not coming in to close, we'll let you be the setup, and hopefully it's not set up for failure. Do you see anybody else on this roster that can
solution in-house? They got Brubaker and Efros on the way back. Haven't pitched in a year and a half. I mean, it's those are our reinforcements. Yeah. People are calling for Neely to get called up. He hasn't even thrown a pitch at AAA yet.
I think No, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
You know, so it's like, is it in-house? I don't think so. Listen, Ron Marinaccio, I have a soft spot for him. I do. I would love it if he could just turn around, pick it up, and pitch well, and be that guy. I don't think he's that guy. Nope. So is it in-house? I don't think so. People want to say, oh, look what Matt Blake has done with Tonkin. Listen, I get it. It's a beautiful story. It's a wonderful story. In my opinion, October, ALDS against whoever, and you want to go to Tonkin in the 8th, 9th inning, freaking you better get on your knees and say a prayer to God that Tonkin gets out of that nice and clean. Because I'm not confident. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe I'm being tough on them.
No,
but you're not. But that's the thing, Joe. Good. But that's the thing. You're not being tough, right? Again, we all know as a fan base when we're just jumping out the window, jump out the window, right? And sometimes it's because of a stupid loss, and we just can't. But again, you have to look at the Red Sox series. You have to look at this loss last night. It's not the hey, we suck. It's very clear and precise. Here is your issues. We'll talk about Trevino stealing. We know we got to talk about that again. And here we are again with the, hey, Clay Holmes is not our guy. But just like last season where they sold us on playing a whole season without a left fielder, here we are being sold shit. Here you go. Here's your closer. Accept it. Yeah. Enjoy. I'm just as concerned as you, Joe. You can't sell me World Series aspirations with Clay Holmes as my closer.
No,
it's not. Honestly, it's not only on Clay Holmes. It's that whole damn bullpen.
Oh yeah,
the whole thing. It's the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I want to talk about Tommy Kahnle. What's going on, yo? What's up? What's up with Tommy, y'all? I'm serious, and this is the thing. Everybody thought I was crazy when they were like, "Oh, Tommy Kahnle's coming out back," and I said, "I don't trust him." And y'all, I didn't want to be right about that, but I listen. There was an early interview when he was first coming back. He had made a couple like rehab starts. He was about to come back. And I scoured the internet last night trying to find it, and I couldn't find it anywhere. But I swear, y'all, and I guess I have to say this is alleged because I can't find my source, but I swear I saw an interview where he said, I'm coming back, but I have to nurse it, and I'm a little afraid to throw hard because I gotta worry about that. And I was like, and that was before he even came back. And y'all, you see it. His velo is down so bad. He's scared. He's out there pitching like he doesn't want to re-injure himself, and that's exactly what's happening. He's allowing y'all. I'm worried about Kahnle. Who do you trust? I want to ask you guys. Who do you trust in the bullpen besides maybe Weaver? Exactly. Exactly.
I trust Celso and Damian more than any of them. I trust you, Grace. I'm gonna put you in the back end of that bullpen because you know what? Listen, seriously, we lost Ian Hamilton, right?
Yeah.
Back end guy. We lost him. So it's who did we replace him with? Really? Listen, Tonkin, wonderful story, love it, pitching well, DFA'd 85 times. God bless him, love him.
Yeah.
He's not the answer. He's not.
No.
And I don't know what the answer is. If I knew the answer, I'd be a freaking billionaire.
You know, my thing is like, you got somebody. No one can tell me that Yoendris Gomez is not going to do a better job than Tommy Kahnle at this point, unless Tommy, decides to wear baggy pants. I don't know. No,
I'm fine with that part. That part's fine.
But at the end of the day, I mean, you got guys like to me, there's one guy that only can make a solution who's a starter right now, converted starter. There's two of them, and they both come from the White Sox. So you got Gerrit Cole, who can easily come in, be a closer, even though he's a starter this season, just like Luis Gil. He's gonna kind of be like on the innings limit because he's never been a starter in his career. Guy's lights out. If he's doing what he's doing as a starter, he was lights out last year in the bullpen. And then you got Kopech. Now, if anybody remembers, Michael Kopech out of the bullpen a couple years ago, nasty, throwing 99, 100 miles an hour. He only itched the bed when he became a starter, because then he had to rear back, throw extra innings, so on and so forth. So those are two guys, in my opinion, that could absolutely help the bullpen. And Kopech though won't cost you a lot. And Crochet obviously going to cost you a boatload. But at the end of the day, if you want to win a World Series, go out and do it. It might cost you a Spencer Jones, who knows? But you're looking at somebody in Crochet who can come in, close next year, be an open starter for the team. But I don't know. There's not many solutions out there. You got Tanner Scott, you got Andrew Narney from Miami as well. These are projects that you put Matt Blake. Blake works wonders, but at the same time, there's only so much you can do with what you have. So
did you guys have higher hopes for Marinaccio? I really thought he was going to turn into something dope for us. I really did. And again, yes, another one. You just can't sell me on at this point. I'm like, damn, man, I had hopes in him. I don't see him even being the more we talk about it, the more I'm realizing, hey, that depth that we thought we had in the bullpen, it's not there. It's gone, whether it's through injury or the fact that they're just shit in the bed. Listen, we can spend a whole episode talking about this bullpen, guys.
When it comes to Marinaccio, when they sent him down, God only knows why. He had a 1.4 ERA or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's like, why? So I mean, you're constantly sending the kid down, bringing him back up.
Right, we broke him.
He can't get into
I
any
feel like
groove.
we broke him. Yeah.
And Damian, to your point on Kopech, his ERA is like 4.9. That's really high, and he's a high strikeout guy. If you bring him in, he won't cost you a lot. If you bring him in alongside Matt Blake, maybe he could do something. But with Crochet, my goodness, that guy's having a dominant season. He's having one hell of a year. I would love to have him in that rotation. Where do you put him? Our rotation is stupendous.
That's what I'm saying. I'd throw him in the bullpen.
Yeah, but then it's like, okay, if it's gonna cost you a Spencer Jones, which Jones is hitting 230 down there with 6 home runs. Yeah. People want the Yankees to call him up. He can't even hit it out of freaking AAA right now. I mean, in AA. Yeah. So it might cost you with Spencer Jones. It might cost you others, but then you're trading away Spencer Jones for a bullpen arm.
My point is on that is next season,
you could make
Nestor. I see you later. Have you been great for us, Nestor? I see you later.
Okay,
Gerrit
hold on.
Let's slide in. Listen, everyone knows.
I love that you brought him up. Go ahead.
I have absolutely backed Nestor. Anybody, you can go up in the videos. I'm the one guy who's been on Nestor's back, right? Had his back. I'm with Nestor. That's my guy. But you throw me in a Gerrit Cole, who's still under arbitration, costing you less than Nestor Cortez, leading the league right now in strikeouts. You throw a guy like that in the bullpen, then you bring him up next season as a starter. Nestor, you've been great. I hope we win the 28. I hope we win number 28 because you'll enjoy it for this season.
Whatever happened to Will Will Warren, I haven't heard anybody say anything about him in a while.
He's got a 7 ERA down there in Scranton.
No wonder.
Grace was like, and that's the last we will talk of Will Warren.
And that's why, everybody.
All right, before we switch topics, shout out to everybody in the chat. We got over 125 rocking with us this morning. You guys know the drill. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, smack the emojis, share your social security number and blood type with us, all the good stuff. Guys, I'm going to start off with Grace because
I'm ready.
There's still some positives, okay? Had our boy was back last night. Solid 4 innings, right? Can't complain there. 2 runs, 3 hits, a walk, 5 Ks in 4 innings. How we feeling, Grace?
I mean, Gerrit Cole looked so good. I swear I felt like such relief watching him pitch, watching this master of his craft paint the outside, paint the inside. I mean, he was locating, and everybody said, don't worry about his location today. Don't worry about his location. Yeah, Alexa, play Daddy's Home. It was just absolute thing of beauty to watch. Now, he went into the dugout after the 4th inning, and he turned around and he said, I want one more. I thought he meant one more inning, not one more batter, but it ended up being one more batter. He went out for the 5th, and they pulled him after he gave up a hit. But everybody was saying if he was only going to pitch 62 pitches, they should have left him down in AAA. They shouldn't have brought him up because it put the bullpen in a bad situation. No. Y'all don't even try to throw Gerrit Cole under the bus here, okay? First of all, Gerrit Cole demanded to be up with the team. Now, I don't know that for certain because I don't have those sources, but I know it for certain because that's who Gerrit Cole is. If you watched his last rehab start, even the rehab start before that, he was itching to get back up here. He was feeling good. He's feeling ready. Now, they limited his pitches, but he was like, I can help the team. Let me come back. He is the captain of the defense, right? He's captain of the pitchers. So his opinion holds a lot of sway. I saw an interview the other day with Matt Blake where he admitted that Gerrit Cole interviewed him before he got the job. Gerrit Cole. That's how much sway he has with this organization. He demanded to be up, and we're not in the position to be doubting what Gerrit Cole thinks or wants, okay? So whenever we get there, I'll let y'all know. But he looked amazing last night, and I'm so sad that we lost it after he came out of the game for him. I felt real bad, but we have some good news. Gerrit Cole's back. He's looking good. He'll build up as he goes, and he handled the Orioles.
Joe, how you feeling? Because I'll tell you, bro, I also feel we probably got lucky to see Cole last night because I really believe if it wasn't the Orioles, he does another assignment down. You know what I mean? Like they give him that 4th assignment for rehab, and then we see him sometime next week, or you know what I mean? But it's because it's the Orioles series. We see him. How happy are you with the way Cole performed last night, Joe?
I'm happy about it. Listen, I disagree, Celso. I think we see him anyway because if that's your reasoning with Cole, then you're bringing him in against the Baltimore Orioles, and Cole gave you 4 innings, so you need to go a little deeper. So I just think, like what Grace said, Cole wanted to be up here. He was rearing to go. I'm happy he's back. I love it. And these things work itself out, right? And unfortunately, Clark Schmidt pitching, having one hell of a year, getting hurt, which made way for Cole to come up. So listen, obviously I'm thrilled. Best pitcher in Major League Baseball. Reigning American League Cy Young Award winner. Gerrit freaking Cole, baby. I'm pumped about it. How can you not be excited? Like what we've been saying all year. When Cole comes back, it's just like getting a starting pitcher through a trade. And that's what this was. That's what it is. So I'm pumped. I'm happy. Can't wait to see how the rest of the season goes for him.
Fair. So, Damien, I'm going to throw it to you, bro. Because I loved one of the things that Cole said was, because again, even you said it, Grace, right? Like when he walked off, was he mad? But then when you talked to him in the and he's like, no, I was mad at where the placement was on that pitch, right? It wasn't that he wasn't out there longer.
Yeah.
It's Cole being Cole, and he's never.
Perfectionist.
No one can be harder on him than he
Right.
is. You know, and I love that. Damien,
He's
go
his
ahead, bro. How'd
worst
you
critic. Yeah, no, Cole's his worst critic. You know, the last outing in AAA, I think he went 67. So I was a little surprised he only went 62. Probably because the adrenaline was just through the roof. And probably wore himself out. You know, let's be honest. But you know, Cole's Cole. We got the best pitcher on the planet back, coming to a rotation that was #1 in the league. You know, sporting. You know, that's crazy, right? So, I mean, it's absolutely bananas. So, I mean, Cole, you know, Cole's Cole. He showed that the velo's there. Hit 98 once in the game. Sitting about 95, 94 to 96 consistently. The knuckle curve looked great. You know, froze up Adley at one point. You know, everything worked pretty well, other than, you know, the Ryan O'Hearn pitch that he's trying to get in, kind of left it over the plate. Besides that, Cole looked great, man. So, you know, he's going to build on it. I'd imagine the next game throws up in the 75, 80 range, hopefully a little bit more, maybe 85. But listen, you got the best pitcher in the world back, to the #1 team in the league back, barring today's game, and you know, we'll see what happens. But listen, nothing could ever go wrong when you get Gerrit Cole back. I just hope that obviously the elbow stays intact, knock on wood. Because there was another guy, matter of fact, Kyle Bradish, you know, somebody.
I was going to say this, Damien. Yeah, go ahead.
Kyle Bradish, who had, you know, came into the season, had some issues.
Yes.
They put him through a little bit of rehab. He came back, pitched great. Now he's going for Tommy John, right? So that's my biggest fear, my only fear with Cole. I don't doubt Cole's going to be great. I don't doubt Cole's going to be Cy Young Cole. My only fear is what happened to Bradish happens to Cole. That's my only fear.
All right. I'm ready for we're gonna stay
like, I don't know. Dude, I'm
not the same.
Listen,
everybody cross yourself.
I got my rosary is on me at all
There you
times.
go.
Okay.
There you go.
God bless you, brother.
Okay, it's there. It's there. It's there.
Mother Mary, please watch over Daddy Cole.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay with happy stuff. All right. We're gonna stay with happy topics.
Yeah,
because
you know, Celso, really quick. This is just something that popped in my mind.
do it.
Popped in my mind. Going back to the Yankee bullpen. When I was younger, I won't show my age, but the Yankees had Mariano Rivera. I'm talking like 2002, 2003. That back end of that Yankee bullpen, besides him, was kind of weak. And the Yankees would go out and grab an Armando Benitez from the New York Metropolitans. He was only on the team for 2 weeks before they traded him to Seattle for Jeff Nelson. But anyway, my point is, you had Mariano, and you were still looking to improve that back end of the bullpen. You had Mariano freaking Rivera, and you were still. I'm not saying that they're not looking to improve it. I'm just saying it just goes to show you, damn, we need to improve, and we need to improve fast before it gets away from us.
And you don't have a Rivera. You don't have a Rivera.
No,
okay, you have a Holmes in a Rivera place.
and then in 2004, when Andy Pettit broke our hearts and went to Houston, and Clemens went to Houston, oh my gosh, my heart was broken. The Yankees signed Tom Gordon and Paul Quantrill around that, I think 04 or 05. I think it was 04.
Yeah.
And you know, so it's even then, regardless if we had Mariano, they still know we need to shore up this back end of the bullpen. Now we're Mariano-less. Right? We need to shore up this back end, and I'm praying that we do.
Yes.
I'm praying that we do.
And maybe I'm getting old and I don't remember things correctly, but why am I seeing people on the timeline talking like Mariano was some strikeout machine? Like, that was never Mariano. Like,
he abused soft contact. He broke people's backs. That's what he did.
Exactly. You know,
and he induced a lot of soft contact.
Yeah, I was just
it was fearless on the mound, pinpoint accuracy, hit his corners. That's what Mariano was all about. Yeah. The opposite of Clay Holmes.
Boom.
I love how big time Jerry says, all of a sudden our bullpen is in shambles. It is, but you know what's not in shambles, Jerry?
Yes. Tell me.
Ben Rice. That is not the point. Off to a nice little start. I'm going to start this one off with Joe, bro. Talk about our boy Ben Rice, man.
Love it.
First of all, I love the kid's smile. I love how happy he is to be
Look
here.
at
I
this
want to friggin' hug him. I want to give him a nice big hug and say, Benny, welcome to the Yankees, my man. Welcome. But honestly, he looks so good up there at the plate. He looks so mature up there at the plate. He puts the bat on the ball. It's always in the if the ball's in the zone, that's when he swings. So he has an excellent eye. I think the power will come. He almost hit one last night.
Yeah.
The power will come. And this kid is going to be a pretty solid ball player. He has a high baseball IQ, offensively anyway. So, we'll see how he does over there at first base. But, I like Ben Rice. It's a nice story. Grew up a Yankee fan, excited for him. And, I think personally, imagine if you get 15, 20 home runs out of Ben Rice this season. Be freaking nuts, man. That would be awesome. But
on top of that, Joe, the fact that we have enough time before the trade deadline, that to me still was one of the smartest moves this week. Bringing him up, let's see what he has.
Exactly. And I think Ben Rice is going to show them, hey, you don't have to go and get anybody over there at first base. I can hit. I could play a little first. So I have some confidence in this kid because when he gets every time when he would get promoted in the minor leagues, he would just continue to hit. And this is the major leagues, of course. But just every time when he jumps a level, he hits. So I think this will be no different.
And him showing that consistency there is huge,
Absolutely.
Grace, go ahead. Talk on Ben. What is it? Rice, baby. Ben. Sorry, Sierra keeps typing in the chat. I laugh every time.
I mean, the thing that I like to see from him the most is his adjustments to the situation. He's situationally hitting. I love to see it. He missed that home run by 5 feet? I mean, with the warning track. Such a tough break, kid. He went to the deepest part of the park, the Death Valley. Now he knows about Death Valley. But he hit a sac fly situationally. He adjusted at the plate and popped a little single over the infielders' heads at one point. Yes. He missed he hit a foul ball that was almost a crazy home run, right? Yeah, it was crazy. It was like 20 feet off, 10 feet off the foul pole. Yeah. It was so close. But he's learning. He's adjusting. I think he's smart. I think his baseball IQ is high, which I love to have more and more players like that on the team. You can never have too much of that. So I really like what I'm seeing from the kid. He seems confident. We're talking about confidence with players. He seems really confident. And what I was going to say to y'all was, there was a trick that I used to do when I was auditioning a lot. And it was, if I was nervous for an audition, instead of having nervous energy, I would convince my mind that I was excited instead of being nervous, because excitement is so close to nervous energy. So, but if you tell yourself I'm excited, it just feels different in your body than I'm nervous, even though it's the same kind of level of heart rate and stuff. And that's what Ben Rice looks like he's doing. It looks like he's excited instead of nervous, and it's translating well for his focus on the field. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him. Yeah.
I like the way you put that, because he's genuine, right? That smile, everything. What were you saying, Joe?
Wonderful advice by Grace. Like, I was like, whoa. I was sitting there and I'm like, wow. That was wonderful. I love it.
Damien, talk on Rice.
Rice looks amazing. He's auditioning for next season. He's auditioning for a spot.
Yeah.
And not only that, but Trevi with his woes, Ben Rice is a better catcher than he is a first baseman.
Here we go. We're going there.
So, and not only that, but this goes to Wells too, because you got a kid in AAA right now, Augustine Ramirez, who eventually you might see a duo of Big Ben Rice in August come next season. So these, our catching platoon right now has to really step it up. They both do. Wells with his at bats, he hasn't had enough, I think. But at some point you got to do it, right? These are the cards you're dealt, unfortunately. So you got to do it. But overall, right now, Ben Rice is playing first base. Not there as a first base typically. Only had, I think they said 22, 23 games in at first base. So he's still figuring it out.
Yeah.
But his bat is legit. And his balance, his eye. He doesn't have a lot of swing and miss, which this team needs. He's a contact guy. He's got a little pop. So, you know, what else can you need out of a kid coming up from AAA who's gone through every level, has accomplished and defeated every level, you know, handily. And when he comes up, no one doubts his skill set. No one doubts he can play the game. So, you know, even the play the other day when Nestor didn't come up, you know, that was on Nestor. You know, a lot of people put it on Rice, but Nestor should have covered that, right? So, you know, and if not, then it's going to Glaber, and Gunnar Henderson probably beats it out anyway. Yeah. So, you know, that's not on Rice. That's on Nestor. And Nestor knew it. That's why Nestor threw up. Was like, man, I should have been there covering my guy. But listen, Rice is going to continue to mature. He's going to continue to do his thing. He showed last night that he belongs. You know, that ball was 398. That ball's 399. You know, that's a home run in like 24 other parks, right?
Oh, yeah, good point.
So the power's there, and I've got nothing but confidence in Ben Rice. Catcher, that's a whole nother ball game. But for right now, right here, he's playing first base. Anthony Rizzo, eventually, I think Riz will be back. You know, against somebody you just don't. I think Riz was starting to figure it out a little bit, but Ben Rice has a spot on the team, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because everything you said, I'm gonna let you go, Joe, because he made so many points there that leads us to the next topic, which we have no choice but to talk about. But what were you gonna say, Joe?
Yeah, with Rizzo, it's unfortunate because the last like 28 days or something, he was hitting a $138. I hope he's okay. I hope everything is good. I hope he could come back because he's a lovable guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
It just stinks his lack of production. It put the Yankees in a bad spot. It did.
It did.
You know, it did. So I hope he heals up and he's better. But yes, also let's move on to the other thing that you want to talk about.
And I will say thank you, Ben Rice, because you are making it a little easier for us to let Rizzo not be here and deal with that pain, right? Because let's be real. How would we be if he hadn't made a hit yet, right? To be like, oh, it wasn't the right move. So I'm so happy for him for that, right? Like you said, it's his audition, man. Like, here you go, buddy. Roll with it. And I love when these kids come up and they actually take the ball and run with it.
Absolutely.
Yay, we talked happy. Now we got no choice but the what the hell is going on?
I'm gonna spin this. I'm gonna spin it though, guys.
Spin it for it. You know what? I'll let Joe go first.
Spin it. Listen,
spin it.
His pop time is atrocious. His arm is awful. It breaks my heart.
Fair.
But his framing, excellent.
His pitch calls.
He's able to block pitches still at a great rate. He's fine. So it's just that arm. It sucks, but it's just that arm. Now, offensively, look at his numbers offensively.
Great.
Trevino hitting 265, 8 dingers, 25 RBI with the 761 OPS. Back in 2022, where he made the All-Star team, by the All-Star break, Trevi was hitting 252, 7 home runs, 27 RBI with the 714 OPS. So he's offensively, he's outperforming what he did in 22 already, which is great stuff. So if it just stinks that we're in this situation because his arm isn't very good and he could handle the pitching staff, right? He's great at that. So if he has 3 or 4 things that he does very well, it's just the pop time in that arm is sticking out to us like a sore thumb. It's unfortunate, but if anything too, look at Austin Wells, 124 at bats. Trevi, 134. Austin Wells, 2 home runs, hitting 210 with the 616 OPS. Trevino is just outperforming him.
Yeah, and Joe,
good for him.
And I'm a Trevino fan, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
but
when we talk to people like Frank Luna, you have no choice but to love Trevi, right?
Yeah. But, so it's. I hope he could get more arm strength, and because if he does, I mean, my gosh, he would be a killer, honestly. So then I proposed the idea. I was like, is there a catcher out on the market, a good defensive catcher that we could trade for? there's this, he goes by the name of Elias Diaz over there in Colorado. They stink. He's hitting 303, 5 home runs with the 791 OPS. Great at framing. Pop-up time's really good. He's great at throwing the runners out. And he's hitting. But is his bat all that much? Is it that much of an upgrade over Trevino? It is a little bit, but not by a lot. So I'm thinking if you want to upgrade over there at catcher and have a good catcher, he's the guy. You would probably have to trade Trevino and maybe a pitcher because Jose, he has 1 year of control after this season. Diaz is a free agent. So you could probably pull it off that way. But other than that, I don't know if I think Trevino is going to stay there because his framing's good and his offense is good. So it's just for me,
Joe,
that's the thing. So
I love
I'm
that.
looking at it that way.
I love that you said that, bro, because I mean, he does call a great game, right? For his pitchers. We know that. The framing, Grace, you said it, right? Cole last night, how good did that framing look? But you know what? Trevi plays a part in making that shit look so nice and crisp, right? Yeah, obviously it takes Gerrit Cole to place it, but again, what is it now? 13 stolen bases? Is that just in the last 3 games?
Yeah.
4? Like, that's my thing, Joe. It's like, okay, everything about Trevor we love. If we can't fix that arm, then what? We just need to accept, like we accept Clay Holmes giving up runs? We're going to give up steals? We just have to accept that they're going to get an extra run?
That's different, though, because Trevino supplies the offense. So now all of a sudden, a guy who's hitting better than Anthony Volpe, think about that for a second. Hitting better, providing more production than Anthony Volpe. It's, it's like, hey, so now you want to take that bat out of the lineup.
It's a catch-22.
And it's it's like we need the offense, especially we don't know what's going on with Judgy. Everything's clean. Everything's okay. He wasn't in the freaking lineup.
We're gonna get to that, Joe. Joe, you think I'm gonna let us go a whole episode?
Jahmai Jones comes up to the plate in extra innings. You have Aaron Judge on the fucking bench. On the bench. What do you do? So, boom. What's going on with Judge? Is he okay?
I love that we don't even have to segue into this shit. Like, we don't have to plan it. Look at it, Joe. Is the Judge injury a concern? Because how is he not called in? I said it to them last night in our text. Same thing. Is it bigger than we think that you don't bring Judge in? Oh, hold on. So, I'm sorry. We jumped topic. Sorry, chat. We jumped. Let's take a step back. Joe, breathe. We'll both take a sip of our drinks. Grace, let's take a step back. Where were we? Let's go back to Trevi. Where are you at with the situation with Trevi?
I don't know how to feel because it's like Trevi can't get the throw to second base fast enough, but he launches one into left field. Like, what in the world is going on? Like, I mean, seriously, when he threw that over the third baseman's head so far and went into left field and allowed the run to come in, I thought I was going to explode. I really am like, we're all over the place now. Not only are we underthrowing, we're overthrowing, we're inaccurate, we're doing, I mean, like, it is a problem, but is there some way that the pitchers can help him? Like, can they have, like, you know, a discussion where they say, hey, you know, the pitchers and Trevi got to be both trying to gun down runners, both trying to hold them onto the base, you know, so they don't have as much of a lead. There was times when the stolen bases, the guys were halfway to the base. No catcher, I want to say virtually no catcher is going to be able to gun down a guy when he's halfway to the mother base. You know what I mean? Like, so yes, it's on Trevi, but it's also on the pitching and it's on, you know, everybody. We have to team play. We have to team solve this because, like Joe said, you're not going to give up the offensive production you're getting from Jose Trevino right now. And also, I think he's a leader on the team. His ability to call a game, the way he works with the pitchers, and his veteran presence is not something you necessarily want to take out and put somebody else in at this point in the season. So what we have to do now is we have to adjust, we have to solve, and we have to move forward as a team to try to fix this problem, because it's going to keep happening. Now, we saw Wells, he shut it down real quick. I think he still had maybe 1 or 2 stolen bases on him on Tuesday. I can't remember, but he was all over it, right? So this is now in our scouting report. We know this, okay? But let's move forward as a team and fix this problem. We have to adjust and just keep going.
Fair.
It's not throw the
Damien,
baby out with the bathwater time. You know?
I'm gonna throw it to you. I love Double A with the 199 super chat. Only Joe matches Jigga's intensity. Oh my God! Could you guys imagine a 1 hour show of me and Joe off the cuff? That's what we'll call it. No plan. Just go nuts, Joe. All right. You see, look at it. Brain power. Yeah. Damien, talk on Trevi, bro.
Oh man, I love Trevi. Listen, Trevi. Where's Luis Hill without Trevi? Right. Let's think about this. Where's Luis Hill without Trevi? Okay. It's not just Matt Blake. It's not just Gerrit Cole. It's Luis. It's Luis and Trevi. Trevi and Luis.
Yeah.
The number 1 pitcher on the staff, maybe in baseball right now, maybe the all-star starter. So where is Luis Hill without Trevi? Right. So that's number 1. His offense has been stellar. He had the wrist surgery. Right. Hasn't been the same. Lost 3 miles an hour on his throw. Doesn't sound like much, but it's a lot. So this is where Boone and the entire coaching staff, this is where you earn your dollars. This is where you figure out collectively how to make this running game competent enough to where it's not looking so bad on Trevi. A lot of this is on Trevi. Some of it's not. This is a group effort. This is a team effort on this. So they collectively have to start earning their dollars and figuring it out, because the blueprint's there, all right? Run on Trevi, run. You get a single, automatically going to be a double because it's Trevi. So what are they going to do about it? I'm not too sure, but I know you can't take Trevi out of the rotation. You can't take him out. He means too much to the pitching staff. The entire pitching staff loves him. Where is the pitching staff without Trevi? Where is Austin Wells without Trevi? Austin Wells is behind the plate. His game has grown, right? Not the same catcher. Why? Because when Trevi was hurt, who was there to back Wells up? That was when Trevi was hurt. Who was there to back Wells up? That was Trevi. Trevi was teaching him and continue to do so since then. Wells came in last season as a different catcher as he is this season. Much better. It's evident. It's clear. So it's such a tough situation. But you got to ride with Trevi. You got to ride with Wells. There's no other way around it. Yankees got to figure it out. Boom. Rojas, guys, earn your dollars. Figure it out, because it's a blueprint. And now Boston's done it. Yesterday, the Orioles did it. And, and of course, then it's the game. So.
Real quick, and then I'll throw it back around. Great take, Damien. 499 super chat, keeping the lights on. Our boy Double A said, Gracie, 100%. Try holding the runners. Why don't you? Could you tell him? I saw we had a lot of people jump in. Erica Garcia's in there. I love Erica just being like, this fan base is emotional as shit. What is wrong with everybody? I love you too, Erica. I feel like when we have these moments, we should contract Erica to show up, and she just jumps in the middle and starts playing her guitar, like just to calm us all down.
Xanax. She's like taking a Xanax for real.
Yes.
Appreciate everybody rocking with us. I saw we had more people jump in. Stephen B, Old Sarge, Old Sarge.
I'm ready.
Jigga Joe would be a Fukushima style meltdown.
I'm ready to talk about Stanton.
I know. Are we ready? Yeah. Because, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong one. Oh shit! I almost got Joe to bug out. Yeah. Stanton's highlight reel night was wasted. Wow. Go ahead, Grace.
Oh, my baby daddy.
Whoa.
My man, Giancarlo Stanton, was absolutely on fire last night. Stanton haters are lame as hell, okay? I gotta drop this on y'all. Giancarlo was 2 for 4 last night with a home run and 4 RBIs.
Wait. Can you say that again, Grace?
Exactly. Giancarlo. I gotta do it like R&B. He was 2 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBIs. This man is on a 7-game hit streak. 7-game hit streak. And in the last 7 games, 5 home runs. I'm not trying to hear it from anybody. Stanton has been clutch, Stephen B. Thank you. Stanton has the clutch in him, okay? We've seen it in the postseason, and he continually displays it. He is having an incredible year. Damian called it. Comeback player of the year. Damian said it. He is having an incredible return to form this year. Knock on everything wood around you. He has not been on the IL yet. And I don't even want to say yet. He's not been on the IL. Knock on all the wood, okay? This man has been quiet in the face of everybody talking shit. Everybody booing him. Maybe not this year, but in the past. Everybody doubting him. Everybody saying, oh, it's Giancarlo up and down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He has been about his business. And now he's standing on it. This man, y'all put some respect on his season that he is having right now. This man, I got my Murderers Row t-shirt on with his gorgeous face right there. Murderers Row 2024. Judge, Soto, Stanton. Period.
Yeah.
Damian, Joe, I'm making you wait, bro. I'm making Joe wait. I'm letting it build up for Stanton. Damian, our boy.
Listen, you already know, man. I said it preseason. I said it during the spring. Stan will be the comeback player of the year. He's borderline an all-star right now. Let's face it. And the biggest games, whether it's regular season, whether it's the playoffs, Stan always steps up to the plate. Last night, playoff type of environment, right? What's he do? He did what he did. Put the team on his back, no Judge. Let's face it, Soto didn't look great yesterday against that pitcher. Soto wasn't reading the pitcher very well yesterday. The pitcher, whatever it was, he was not reading the ball well out the guy's glove. So Stan put the team on his back. The moment Stan hit that, the game turned around and the Yankees were back at it. So when Big G goes the way he's going, especially, listen, he's on a burner right now, guys. He's on that nuclear Stanton path, right? Where you can't get the guy out. So, man, all you haters, I got receipts for all of y'all. Okay? So, for all of y'all. So, and then I've been hearing it all season. And you know what the worst part is? You know, we're all Yankee fans, right? But the moment Stanton would strike out, the moment he have an 0 for 4, whatever the case may be, they couldn't wait to put this guy down. Couldn't wait. But then the moment he does something like last night, they're all cheering for him, right? When you should be cheering for the guy no matter what, because the guy's been stand up since day one. Have we gotten everything we wanted for Stan? Have we gotten the Judge-Stan combo that we've always dreamed of? No, because neither of them have always played together on a full season, right? But listen, when it comes to Stanton in the playoffs, I wouldn't want anyone else at the plate. And that's over Judge, okay? Because let's face it, Stanton's had a bigger playoffs than Judge has.
Man, Damian right there.
At the end of the day, Big G is Big G, and he's going to get it. So all you haters, again, I got receipts for every one of y'all. I got them.
Joe, I'm going to toss you. That was dope, Damian. I also want to say last night's performance means one thing. He's going to get an off day today.
Probably.
It's so cute. Damn it. Joe,
he ran too many times around the bases.
About Stanton, baby.
Giancarlo Stanton is the biggest waste of talent I've ever seen. I'm kidding.
Joe,
it's a joke.
Oh.
It's a joke. John, listen.
Joe, you almost got me. I was ready. I was ready to go round and round. Remember, I told you.
The thing is, Giancarlo's hitting 243, 18 home runs, right? Almost an 800 OPS. Making a lot of money, sure. But people wanted to release him. People wanted to DFA him. And we're thinking that the Yankees were going to pay $32 million this year, $32 million next year, and then take on his full contract his final 2 years, where Miami's paying him $20 for the final 2. So, Giancarlo, listen, even if you said, hey, Big G, We don't think you can play every day. We're going to stash you on the bench. He'll still hit you 25, 30 home runs. That's the kind of power Giancarlo Stanton has.
Right.
I guarantee you, if he stays healthy the rest of the year, he's going to hit you 40, 45, push to 50 home runs. And when Giancarlo is hot, when he's hot like this, I'm going to go out on a limb here. He's one of, if not the best offensive players in baseball.
Absolutely.
I've seen it before. And I know he's a little older, but he seems he's a bit healthier. So Giancarlo Stanton, love it. I'm happy for him. He seems like a really sweet guy. I melt for these dudes, you know. If you're nice and if you're just a sweetheart, I melt for you. So I love Big G. So I'm so happy for him. 18 home runs. I love it. I love it. Yeah. And him, listen, he has that clutch gene. He always had. Remember that Boston series?
Oh my God, the Grand Slam.
You know,
oh Jesus.
So it's it's
all-time great moment.
So listen, I love Big G. I'm happy for him, and I'm happy that he's doing what he's doing. And please, if anybody listen, if he goes cold for 2 weeks, those people who are saying let's DFA Stanton, they're gonna come back out.
Oh yeah.
It's guys. There's no even if he does struggle for a month. There's no shot that it even happens. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No.
There's no chance.
You know, that's why I love that all you guys know me, right? So when I'm in on somebody, you guys know there's no hiding it. My fandom is out there, and you guys know my love for Giancarlo Stanton, right?
Absolutely.
So, and that's why I was, to me, even more disappointed last night because, man, if there was ever one game that we get a W that people have no choice but sit there and be like, Stanton highlights. Stanton is the reason we won that game. He got robbed of that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it. You know, because let's be real. It was Stanton all night.
Yeah.
That home run, that single to make sure that Volpe gets in. No, we're not even in extras without Stanton.
Exactly.
So I just hate that he got robbed. But I think at this point we can all agree the questions around will skinny Stanton – go backwards. Will he ever be the same again? The guy looks freaking phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal. All right. So real quick, I got another $1.99 super chat. Double A's. Make sure we all eat lunch today. Upper Deck G handles critics with class. Sophisticated.
Yep.
All right. So what time's the game tonight? I haven't bothered looking.
It's afternoon.
4:00.
Oh, it's a 4:00 game.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm really not doing shit today. Huh? It's great. All right, tonight, Stanton is on Redemption 2.0. Let me just check in with the chat. D's channel, Big G was the reason for the hype all night, and the loss overlay that. Sucks for him and the team to win the game last night. All right, thank you. I love our chat. We asked one question, and you guys, everybody got the answer. Four. And Raz said it. We gave the game away last night. All right, so I'm going to start it. Do you guys want to open panel? Joe, I know we had you for an hour. We're at that hour mark now, bro. So I was thinking of last takes before we let you go, and then we'll do
I was having fun.
Joe, don't leave.
How long is the open panel? How long is it?
Yeah, I'm down. If you guys are down for another 15 minutes, let's see if anybody wants to come up and give us their takes. I'm down if you guys are.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's do this. All right, hold on. So we're going to drop it in there. We'll do one caller at a time, guys. Come up, give us your takes. The main topics, you guys already been watching with us. You know what we're talking about. One, if you want to come up and give us your takes on how much you love Giancarlo Stanton, approved. If you want to come up here and talk negative about Giancarlo Stanton, screw you. Let's talk Stanton. Let's talk how you guys are feeling about Gerrit Cole, some Ben Rice. We put it in there. Joe, did you feel the way? I saw people trying to make a big deal about Gunnar getting hit. We didn't have a chance, all of us, to talk about the whole hitting debacle in game one.
Yeah.
I just realized I was like, we never talked about it.
And
then we did stay away from the judge conversation. So, Joe, I'll go with you first. You brought it up. You're about to go nuts on it. Judge doesn't get called in yesterday. We can go down that route and everything. Yeah. How did you feel about the whole, did they do it purposely thing? I thought it was blown out of proportion, in my opinion. But where you at with everything, Joe?
Listen, they were pitching inside a lot. If you can't control it, stop pitching inside. But that's a Yankee fan talking.
Right.
So it's I don't think it was intentional either. Everybody wanted to go head hunting. It's whatever. That doesn't exist anymore. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. the Rocket Roger Clemens, he doesn't exist. CC Sabathia, it's just that it doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. So whatever. But the Yankees plunked a few of their guys too, though.
Yeah.
They did.
Joe, last night I texted Celso and Damien with that Thug Life gif, the one with the the sunglasses that come down, and I put Gonzalez.
yeah.
Because this guy got up there and said,
baby.
He said, "Who am I? Nobody knows. But watch this." Watch this. And he hit him right there. No one can convince me that was not on purpose. No one. Even Girardi on the broadcast was like, yeah, that was. Yeah. And then he just looked at him. He just went.
I know. Everybody's saying, imagine if Judge went and beat him up. It's like, okay, so Judge goes and beats him up, but then what? He's suspended for like 20 days.
Exactly.
So he can't do it.
We don't want that either,
We can't get him suspended. We can't get Nestor suspended. We can't get Cole suspended. But Gonzalez?
I'm gonna get Gonzalez jersey tomorrow.
He said, "Don't worry, guys, I got you."
Oh man,
they panned to Judge in the dugout. Judge, the Captain America of the team was just kind of like, "Am I wrong?"
He put the hit. Just put a hit out. That's what it is.
Guys,
and Gonzalez was a Sicario, so
that's it.
you go.
Crack it up, guys.
All right, we got a bunch of people checking in backstage, guys. I'll bring you up one.
Oh boy, here we go.
We've got over 150 rocking with us this morning. Appreciate you hanging out. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. Supposedly a good amount of subscribers. I gave up keeping count, so hit that sub button. It supposedly helps us stay alive. Nosebleed section, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're ready. We got our boy Nosebleed. Good morning. What's up,
How's everybody today?
Good.
How we feeling, Nosebleed, after last night, man? I mean, I know because you've been in my chat this morning with the positivity, but share with the Yankees verse, man. How we feeling?
I was very disappointed. I was heartbroken, just like Sierra said this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Rice almost pulled it out, though. He just got a foul, but he almost saved our bacon.
You're right.
It's
Good
true.
point.
I mean, what do you think for you, Nosebleed? What was the biggest mishap last night? If you had to pinpoint one thing, which is hard.
I don't like that pitcher in the ninth that we had, Miss Seven. He almost killed Doogie.
Yeah.
Right?
That Doogie catch, though.
Hell of a catch.
Literally.
Great catch.
Hell of a grab.
I feel like
They should put him in
tries to
center
do
field.
Yeah. I feel like Doogie does something each time just to make me like him even more,
Yeah.
And it's always something that kind of shows like the dog in him because that catch was dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He followed through. He kept going. Awesome catch.
Yeah. Nosebleed, are you a Clay Holmes fan, bro?
I like Holmes.
Okay.
He wears my uniform. I like him.
Okay. You know what? Nosebleed's like, yeah, that's it. Positivity, full force, Nosebleed. Before we let you go, bro, what else you got?
No, that wasn't his fault last night. It was a soft single. Doogie threw it home. The guy went to second. The catcher threw it to left field. The guy scored. That wasn't his fault.
How many times is it not his fault? Every time. How many times is it not his fault?
Yeah.
When it's the
What are we
defense.
doing?
The defense
How many times?
fails him.
It's
Defense
fucking
fails
defense
him.
and this and that. Not his fault.
I mean, not for nothing. The guys, the last 15 games, Clay Holmes has over 5 ERA. So at some point, listen, I love my team, but at some point, accountability is what New York baseball is about. Yankee baseball is about. You're talking about the dynasty years, Jeter, Posada, so on and so forth. That's accountability to its ultimate highest standard. So Clay Holmes has to be held accountable because Joe Torre held every one of his guys accountable when they made mistakes, when they basically shit the bed, right? So Clay Holmes, as much as I like him, okay, great setup man. I think he's a great reliever. He's a ish closer. He can't handle it. He's not mentally capable to handle it. And unfortunately, I like the guy. Don't get me wrong, I do. But when you look at him yesterday, come into that game, right? Man on second, deer in the headlights. You've seen it all over him. He wasn't ready for the moment. And I cheer for the jersey. I do, but he is not ready. He is not set for that. He proved it. This is 2 seasons in a row. He's proved he's not capable to be a closer. So,
like, I really feel like my stress level would come down if we actually did make him a setup guy, right? Like my heart could accept it more.
I think he would be the greatest setup guy in baseball.
In all fairness to Holmes, though, then who's your closer?
That's what I'm
No,
saying. You don't have
that's unfortunately.
It's what happens. What do we do? You know.
Well, that's why I said at the beginning. You know, that was Cashman and the office's issue from the very beginning of the season to say, hey, listen, this is not our guy. This is not the guy. He's proven it. He's faltered before. We've seen it. 22 was the best closer in baseball. First half, second half, fell out. So instead of saying, listen, we got a team to bring a championship, let's not make this an issue and let's stop it before we can, because we got the greatest center man in baseball, Clay Holmes. Let's find ourselves a closer.
Nosebleed, before I let you go, bro, one more question for you, or just give me your takes and thoughts. Gerrit Cole's return yesterday, man.
Let's go.
I think the injury to Petit caused them to bring Cole back before he was ready.
Ooh,
because he pitched 70 pitches in his last rehab start, and he only went 60-something yesterday.
Yeah,
that's actually a good point. I didn't even think of that, honestly.
More build-up in his arm strength before he was ready, but I think they panicked a little too much.
Fair. Nosebleed, my guy. I'll see you first thing in the morning, Mr. Number One in the positivity chat.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
I love that dude. All right, we got more people backstage. Double A, give me a thumbs up. The fittest 60-year-old is in the building.
Double A, my
man.
What's up,
sir?
I miss you, bro. What's up?
I miss you too, bro.
Double A always showing the guns.
Listen,
always showing the guns.
That's why I work out now, okay? It's been 4 months.
Yeah, that's my man.
I'm trying. I'm following.
No, I see you, bro. I see you.
I'm following.
You gotta have a measurement. When next time I see you, have a measurement. Right?
What measurement, man? I'll tell you right now, you win.
No.
Right?
It's just for.
Can I add some of the meat from my chicken legs to my arm? If so, then maybe. No, not even then. I won't be able to work.
Hey, Damon is 100%, bro. I mean, you preaching today, bro. You're on fire. I mean, if we're going for World Series and we gotta patch all holes, man, and ask yourself a question: if it's the bottom of the ninth and we need one out, it's the World Series, Game 7, man on second. Would you trust Holmes to bring it home?
Yeah. And the key word you said there, Double A, is trust, right?
Yeah.
Trust.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Listen, for those of us that have anxiety, it's like, you're literally like, man, I know come the 9th inning, my shit is about to go off. Like if I had a watch that said anxiety moment, they're like, Clay Holmes coming in, my shit be beep, 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 beep. I'd be bugging the hell out.
Absolutely.
What else, Double A? How'd you feel about our boy Stanton?
You got my boy Joe on. I mean, you two plus Gracie. I mean, the octaves, bro. Oh.
There's no soundboard that can handle this. Okay?
No, not this voice.
Hey, Damon, you in Florida, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What part?
I'm over Newport Richie, right in Tampa Bay area.
About 20 minutes from me.
Oh, okay.
I'm in
You
Clearwater.
got to catch up, Double A. Let's catch up, brother.
Yeah, I'm in Clearwater.
Let's catch up. Okay.
For sure.
Oh, you're right there. I'll be at the office in about 30 minutes in Clearwater, so we're good.
All right.
Hey, I want to be invited. I'm in Texas. I can be there 14 hours. Y'all just let me know.
Hey, I'll wait for you.
Oh, Double A. Go on.
Double A, before we let you go, bro, I need to know how you're feeling about Skinny Stanton last night, bro.
Just rename him Upper Deck.
Hey, let's go. That's it. Oh, boy,
does anybody in baseball hit how many no doubters has the boy hit? I mean, when he hits it, it's gone. It's no doubt that it's gone. It's not going to trickle over the fence.
440, 450.
Yeah, it's 440, 450 plus.
Hit a running line drive down third base, 115 miles per hour. Goodbye. Almost killed Anthony Volpe. Almost.
Listen, you guys know we've all seen it in his career with the Yankees. There's been those check bats that have turned into like actual doubles
Yeah.
for Giancarlo.
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
like, what? He's like, you're like, the man's amazing. He
Yeah.
really
Hey,
is.
Jugga, talking about anxiety, imagine being on third base and Giancarlo is up.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
If I have that
Same.
dream tonight, Double A, I'm texting you at 2 a.m., cursing you out, bro. I'm like, he just keeps hitting me. Appreciate you, Double A. So good to see
All
you,
right,
bro.
love you, fellas.
Take care,
Talk to y'all
Double
soon.
A.
And
Take care, man.
And the lady of the
Yeah.
You.
All right, we got 5 minutes. We're gonna wrap up here. Everybody in the chat, Yankee Kyle, I saw you just jump in there. What up, my guy? Appreciate all 164 of you that are rocking with us right now. Smack the like, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. Jonathan, give me a thumbs up. Hello, Mr. Relaxation. How you doing?
Just the relaxation, yeah.
I just feel like when Jonathan comes on the panel, because he's just always so soft, it's like the reset button. And Jonathan.
Now I just need a beach and an umbrella drink.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
So talk to us, Jonathan. Give us your take.
Well, there is only one pitcher that the Yankees have, and unfortunately, he's no longer He's not available. That could be the closer, and that is Loizaga. If Loizaga was still
Joe's
was not
triggered.
hurt, he probably would have had his opportunities as the closer.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's
Jonathan,
a big,
beautiful point, Jonathan.
nobody
Agreed.
thinks of him because he's been hurt.
Yeah. You know what's funny, Jonathan? In my MLB The Show, do you know who my closer is?
Loizaga.
Loizaga.
Really?
I swear to you, like he's actually fun to play with in the game. He's got a good pitch sequence, and I was like, all right. Listen, the first thing I did on MLB The Show was trade Clay Holmes. All right, but go ahead, Jonathan.
Well, I honestly, I know it's early, but I wouldn't be surprised if later on in the year they call up Jack Neely for the back end of the bullpen. I think he could be an August or September call-up. He could add a much-needed arm to that bullpen, and who knows, possibly be a replacement for Holmes eventually.
So, Joe, I'm gonna let you go first on that ending there, and then I also want to go to Grace. I want your opinions on the suggestion of Loizaga if he wasn't injured. But go ahead, Joe.
Yeah. So with Neely, we need to give him a little more time to pitch over there at
Yes.
AAA,
Yes.
right? And then see how he does if he performs.
I'm talking about
and-
September.
Yeah, no, for sure. But but Loizaga, a wonderful point. I love that guy. I thought he should have been the closer 25 years ago.
Yeah.
I love it. It's just,
You would have
can't
chose
stand
him over Mo?
No, I'm kidding.
That was 25 years ago.
Mariano's the best friggin' reliever to ever play the game of baseball.
Well,
I'm not picking my mother over Mo. How's that?
Well, you
I'm not
see,
picking my mother.
you-
If there was a guy,
Sorry, Mama Caputo.
Mommy, I love you, but I gotta go Super Mario. I gotta go him. My Wi-Fi password Super
and
Mario.
25
I'm glad you guys are gonna hack me now.
25 years ago was the 99 season.
Oh my God.
It's not literal.
11 years
Not
old.
literal.
Jonathan's over here keeping us
Jonathan,
accountable.
what are you doing, Joe?
Loizaga, he was probably in elementary school,
Exactly.
I'm about to say 25 years ago. He's not born. Are you guys kidding
Rookie of the year.
Y'all are making me cry. Oh.
Jonathan, man, appreciate you always coming on the open panel. Grace, I'm gonna throw it over to you on the Loizaga take that he was talking about.
I love J-Lo. I had such high hopes for him. I don't say this lightly. I swear, y'all. But he's so injury prone. And it sucks. It is so unfortunate. I don't throw around that term, but unfortunately, really unfortunately, I do believe that Jonathan Loizaga is just an injury prone pitcher. I'm so sorry. But I loved him, and didn't we almost have it all? I mean,
You're getting all the vocals today.
I mean, really, we almost had it all. We had these high hopes. And I'll never forget, there was an interview with Bregman from the Astros, and they asked him who has the nastiest pitch in baseball, who is the nastiest pitcher in baseball, the guy you don't want to face. He said Jonathan Loaisiga. Out of everybody he could have said, this was like 2 years ago. He was like, that guy, when he gets up there, you don't have a prayer. And you can look up that interview. And I never forgot that. I mean, he was when he was on, he was so nasty. It's just such a missed opportunity, and it sucks. But it's one of those things.
With Grace's voice, maybe you should invite Adele on.
That's it. We're gonna start our own American Idol, the Morning Brew version. Did we almost have it? Jonathan, we love you, bro. We'll talk to you soon.
This is Cashman to the Marlins. Hello, it's me.
So I see that Erica's backstage, but I could have swore I said, man, you know, it'd be great if Erica showed up with a guitar. And
okay.
All right, no guitar needed. Erica, how are you?
What's up, guys? I almost grabbed it, but I don't know what's wrong.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Time out. So Erica says she'll be right back with a guitar. I just kicked her off the show.
She's like Xanax. She's like, hey guys, what's up?
It's like, damn, I gotta perform.
We're in first
I had
place,
another chance
guys.
to grab it. I don't know. You didn't give me time to go get it.
All right, well, I'll put you on the spot for Tuesday's episode. All right.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
Erica, you've been killing it in the chat. I don't even give you a specific topic. Just give me the Erica-isms. Go nuts. What are we feeling after last night? Go crazy.
I'm chilling, man. Listen, I got this new approach. Zen, baby. I'm zen.
I knew it.
Aaron Rodgers go down with his Achilles. I just, you know what? This shit don't matter to me enough to affect my day. It used to, and it still does. I'm messing around, but yeah, we still got the best record in the league. You know what I mean? If we weren't in the damn AL East, we would be chilling right now. But of course, we are in this division with those scrappy Orioles. So, you know, if they win today, we're all going to be happy going into the weekend. So, yeah. But it was.
Am I crazy, Erica and the chat, the whole panel? Am I crazy in saying we better win tonight? Like, I feel like it's one of those you have to, right?
Yeah.
Because we're only still a game above, right? Granted, we've got 3 more games played than the Orioles or something like that at this point.
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, you're talking about you lose tonight to them. Now we're only a half a game, you know, and then they by next week they catch up with those other 2 games. If you look at the Orioles schedule for the makeup, right? So by the end of next week, we're even on games competed against, right? I don't need to start next week with us only being a half a game up.
But not only that, but then you lose the whole series. You lose the series, the season series against them too. So you have to. Yeah.
Oh, good point, Damien.
Yeah. All right, sorry. Yeah. We talked about the game and I got anxiety really bad. I was like, we can't lose. Oh my God. You got Erica all correction. I know your father all zen and shit. You got me and Joe bugging the hell out.
I just want to say one thing. Erica has this whole like surfer girl goddess vibe going on with the wavy hair, the sublime tea, and she's like, y'all, where I'm chilling. I feel like you could write my lines before I say them. Like, Gleyber Torres has too many errors. Stanton is the best. Like, and I could write Erica's. You guys, we're still in first place. Gleyber is fine. Everybody calm down.
I'm looking at it as like there are a lot of holes on this Yankee. Like, first base, we have issues offensively, right? Ben Rice, we'll see what he does. Second base, we have issues offensively and defensively. Third base, we don't even know what we got because I don't know what's going on with DJ. He's never going to be what he was. But he's also just not doing anything really.
Yeah.
You know, and then the backup to him is Cabrera, who is, you know, he stood his ground in the beginning of the year, but I mean, that's not what he is all the time. You know, catcher, we have an issue defensively, but we still have 51 wins. So somehow they're figuring it out this whole time, this whole season. They figured it out. Starting pitching was an issue during spring training. We didn't know what we were going to have without Gerrit Cole, and somehow they figured it out. Like, how do we still have 51 wins with this many holes? You know, our bullpen I think our bullpen is our biggest issue. But I honestly, we have to trust in Cashman at this point. I think he'll figure it out. He'll find something. It's hard to find a closer, guys. And at the end of the day, Clay Holmes is still the best closer on the market. You know, like, he's still the best closer in the league. So it's like, I don't know. I don't want to panic when we've somehow done this much with this many issues.
Yeah, no, and Erica, I love that you said that because a couple things, right? And not to play devil's advocate, I want to like literally go both ways with it because one, you said it, we have multiple holes, right? So at some point you have to sit there, which is never easy for Cashman and them, right? To sit there realistically, trade deadline, be like, which is the one that we want to make the main priority, right? I feel right now for most of us, it is that bullpen, right? We're all hoping that's the one you're going to focus on. But you said it. Issues at first. Is Ben Rice going to be that guy? I mean, this morning I'm seeing, hey, go get Paul Goldschmidt. I'm like, wait, when did that pop up as an option? Now they're talking the Yankees could go after, right? So we have to figure out the holes, but when we are not in first place anymore, we can't rely on but hey, we're still in first. And that's where I'm at right now, Erica, is this weekend against Atlanta, we can literally wake up Monday and be the team that is the game and a half behind the Orioles. Right? So
Absolutely.
We've been holding on to but we're still in first. I feel like that little line that we were holding on to is fading over this last week. We're seeing those issues elevated. I take a step back. That's it. Go ahead, Damien.
I repeat the sentiments. We got a lot of holes. They got to start fixing some things here. This is where Cashman earns his money, right? So I don't think he should wait till the All-Star break. You don't have to wait till the All-Star break to trade deadline, I mean, to make moves. A lot of teams make moves prior. Look at San Diego Padres, lose a rise early. So the Yankees need to get on the ball now before every team comes trade deadline. Yeah. They're all over it. Because again, with the expanded playoffs, there's teams there who are pretenders who think they are contenders who will go out and trade for pieces, right? Which takes away from that trade piece pool. So the Yankees got to pounce early and often, do it now rather than later, because the player pool is a lot smaller, which means a lot more teams are in on them. And there's teams out there, let's face it, like the Baltimore Orioles have a bigger farm than we do. Things like in that nature. So Tanner Scott gonna be highly touted, right? Narni gonna be highly touted. Crochet gonna be highly touted from every team in the MLB, other than small few who have an outside chance of making the playoffs. So we gotta strike early. Don't wait till the trade deadline, and I think we'll be all right. But those cracks are starting to show, right? So I can't stress it. Clay Holmes is a problem. He's a problem. He really is. That's my biggest issue, because at the end of the day, we make the playoffs. Like you said, and like other people have said, when he comes through that door, you don't feel confident. Your anxiety goes up. And the reason your anxiety goes up is because he's not a confident pitcher. Yeah. He doesn't pitch with confidence. You can see it. Yeah. And that's why I said, I don't say he's a bad reliever. I think he's one of the greatest relievers in baseball. And I think he'd be the greatest setup man in baseball. But as a closer, I just don't trust him.
I agree with you, but what do you do then? If you're Cashman?
That's our Cashman.
I've got the solution.
Yeah.
For Clay Holmes. It's super easy, guys. Number one, we changed the intro track, okay? Because if you switch that shit to Baby Shark, you're gonna pitch your ass off, all right? Who can come out and not pitch a great game going Baby Shark? No? All right. I have no answer, Eric.
Nigga, that would be your walk-up song, I'm pretty sure. Joe is like, get me off this crazy panel. What am I doing here?
Well, I said a new closer, third baseman equals World Series. Erica,
I just replayed this in my head. Like I watch every time Clay comes in. I'm like, here we go, cardiac Clay. Like Grace said, I don't trust him. I don't, right? Yeah. But somehow he works through it. I don't know, but I try to see what other options are out there, and it goes back to, what is it, Mason Miller? Like, are we gonna go and entertain that conversation again? Like, what are we actually gonna do? Who do we go out and get that's not gonna be in the playoff race? Like, I just don't know. Like, their hands are tied. The new playoff system also screws everything up, like you said, Damien. Like it really does. It's just everyone has a chance. It's crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at the NL, the National League right now. Did you see that wild card race?
All of a sudden, the Mets are a contender, right? All of a sudden, the Mets
No,
are a
they're
contender.
not. Grimace
Go
is a
get Grimace.
contender.
Grimace is a contender all of a sudden, right? So,
Erica, thank you so much for always popping up.
Yeah.
I'm going to publicly say it now, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to find a way to get Erica's phone number because if she is always this damn zen, girl, expect a text from me the minute Clay Holmes enters the game. Every time. Okay, I'll be like, Erica, talk me down.
I got you.
We'll talk soon.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
Even the bird.
If
is
you
bugging
get
out.
Erica's number, you better give it to me because I have tried to get her number like twice, and she
I
doesn't
don't.
want to hang
Now it's
out with me.
weird.
I don't know why.
Now it's weird, right? Now everyone's like, wait, he's getting her phone number. I didn't mean it like that. We got one more caller, and we'll wrap up the show, guys. Sunil, where the baseball? What is going on here? Hey, what's up? Sunil always has some sort of entrance. He got baseball bat. He's got everything. What's up, bro?
What's going on?
yeah.
All right. What crazy ass storytelling take do you have for us on this Thursday morning, Sunil?
So you know how we have it's Glaber's fault assessments for every segment? How did the Orioles score their fifth run? And if they didn't score their fifth run, we wouldn't be talking about Trevino trying to be quarterback for the New York Giants throwing balls into left field. Okay? How did that fifth run score? A double to right field. Probably past. Oh, shocker. Glaber. Sorry, Sierra.
I was waiting to see who was going to come up and start with a little bit of the Glaber shade, right?
I-
Listen,
We
I
haven't
sent in
heard
a
Glaber's
text.
name all game,
Grace,
all episode.
Grace can confirm. My group text yesterday was, I'll take a sack fly from him.
Yeah.
Just give it to me. It's like, that's where I'm at with Glaber. Go
I
ahead, Grace.
actually,
But you-
I want to say I wasn't even that mad about that because that looked like a really tough play to me. But then Girardi on the broadcast was like, nah, he should have had that. And I was like, oh, okay, damn. Girardi doesn't give a shit. He just says whatever. He still thinks like a manager. I love that man. I love it when he's in the booth. Yeah,
I thought she was
he's
going to say
great.
a man.
He's
It's
great.
not what you want. It's not
It's
what
not
you
what
want.
you want. But he did. He said, no, you should have had that. And I was like, oh, damn. Okay. Because, see, sometimes I think, am I being way too hard on Glaber? Am I just picking on him? So, Girardi backed me up. I mean, so, yeah, I
You
guess
know
he
what?
should
Real
have had
quick,
that.
Sunil, before you keep going. Joe, I want to hear your thoughts on Glaber, bro.
On Glaber Torres, a lot of talent, and he's not performing. You know what happened last year? 800 OPS, 24 home runs. The guy's on a contract here. What the hell happened, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what happened? And then defensively, one thing, he made one hell of a play last night. What, like over the shoulder catch or something? It was going out into center field. So he made one hell of a play. But then, you know, for every great play, there's a couple of boneheaded ones. He drives me freaking nuts. I feel bad for him, honestly. It breaks my heart because it's like, damn, contract year, you'll probably get a 1-year deal for what, $5 million to a prove it deal. So it's really unfortunate. It sucks. I like Glaber Torres a lot. It's just, you know, I kind of wish we traded him 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, give you my cardiac clay assessment. You know how we've got the war of the operating systems, Android on one side, iOS on the other, and each one of them has their own separate, you know, AirTag in their own ecosystem. My Galaxy AirTag was sitting right next to my freaking Rolaids bottle, going berserk, like setting off earthquakes the minute Clay Holmes get into the game.
Sunil, listen, I'm gonna. Sunil always comes out of left field. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I may be the only person in the world that might think this. Sunil, write a book, bro. I want the world of Sunil written in a book, bro. Like, I have a feeling, I'm dead serious. Like, Sunil could come up with a Star Wars world better than Sunil brings something to life, bro. I need Sunil's book.
I'll give you the spoiler alert. Hector already has the manuscript, so go find it with him.
Wow.
Sunil, we appreciate you, bro.
Hector's-
Sorry for your Mavs. I hope you feel better. Here's an air hug.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, one last one because he popped in backstage. Real quick, our boy Bobby Midnight. What up, Bobby?
Hey, Bobby.
Damien, Joe, I never met you
What's
before.
up, Bobby?
What's up, Bobby? How you doing?
Joe, I never met you before. Where you from?
Yeah, it's a pleasure, Bobby. It's a pleasure.
But where you from? I didn't know where you're from.
Where I'm from Idaho.
No, you liar.
You liar.
Bobby, I ain't telling you where I'm from, Bobby.
I'm from
I
the
haven't
Bronx
seen
originally. I lived in Queens too. Jigga, thank you for having me on.
Of course, buddy. I haven't seen you in a while. How's everything? Everything good? I heard you're famous, Bobby. You're on like every Jets
Well,
panel
you
now.
gotta join my. You could come on anytime you want. We just talk about anything we want to talk about.
I would hope so, Bobby. Is that my official invite onto your pod?
Everybody here is invited.
That's it. I'm going on Bobby Midnight's podcast. I'm doing it. Lock it in, Bobby.
One time I go up to 5 hours. One time I had it on 5
Oh
hours.
shit! Hold on, Bobby. I may have committed too soon. All right, wait. Technical difficulties. Bobby, thank you for checking in. We'll get back to you.
Jacob, where's Hector today? I don't see Hector.
Hector's living his best life on vacation.
Oh,
you know,
he deserves
listen,
it.
we're excited to actually say Hector was able to take an entire week off and not have to worry. You know,
No,
it
he's a good guy.
really happens.
I like his wife too. Very nice girl.
We do too. She's really great. Hey, Bobby.
What?
Let me know when we're going 5 hours together. Give me a quick Yankee take before we end the show, bro.
The Yankees are going to win tonight. They're going to take care of those smelly Orioles because they can't stand the smelly Orioles.
Smelly.
I couldn't believe Gerrit gave up 4 runs yesterday. That was sad.
Well, Gerrit gave up, what, 2 runs, right?
No,
2 runs.
Oh, 2.
He gave up, 2 runs.
Yeah, then the other
Kind
guy
of.
came in and gave up.
One with an asterisk.
Right. Yeah, well, I hope. What's the time it starts tonight? 7 o'clock?
4.
4 o'clock.
4. Oh, it's a traveling day for the other team then.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're going to kick ass tonight. It's Orioles booty. And who's our next appointment? Oh, the
I'm not even looking ahead, Bobby. I love what you listen. You said we are gonna win today, and we're gonna beat the smelly Orioles. Period. Stop. End the sentence. I love you, Bobby.
And then Judge is gonna hit a home run tonight. So is Soto.
Ooh,
Put your
love it.
money on it. Bobby is trying to make you rich, people. Please bet wisely. I will not spend any money at all. Guys, great show.
Oh,
Before we wrap
man.
up, let's just go around the horn real quick, just to give you a little outros. Then let's start with you, Damien, and then throw it over to Grace, and throw it to Joe, and then we leave.
Oh man, it was a great time. Joe, pleasure sharing the stage with you, brother. Jigga, as always, Miss Grace, as always, chat. Hope everybody has a great day. Yankees win tonight. Take the series. Cole Irvin on the mound for the Orioles. We normally handle him well. Big G keeps up the heat of the night. Big G goes deep. And Yankees win 6-3.
I'm gonna get so mad if he's not playing, bro. I'm gonna
Yo,
call
you better be
Erica.
playing.
Yeah,
You
you
better
better.
be
Grace, how we feeling? Wrap us out.
I'm feeling good. I think we're gonna win today. And Heel's on the mound. He is untouchable. I know he's had a little bit of a struggle, but a struggle for him is still better than the Dirty Birds bottom of their rotation. So we're about to take this game tonight. Stanton's about to show up yet again. Volpe is about to go off too on those base paths. I'm gonna call it right now. And let's do it. I'm feeling good. Ooh. Damien, great takes as always. Joe, absolute pleasure to have you on, baby. I hope you come back soon and smack the heart for us, guys.
Yeah, Joe, number 1, bro. Thank you. You know I love when you and I get to hang out. Thanks for making the time. Guys, like full transparency, I was like, Joe, come on for 30 minutes. Hour and a half later, Joe's still here. So I may have used the friend card a little too much today, all right?
Listen, Celso, I do anything for you, bro. I do anything for you. But guys, honestly, it was a blast. Damien, pleasure. Grace, pleasure. Celso, you're okay. But thank you guys so much. It was fun. I live stream on my channel too. On the show.
I was there the other day. You saw that.
Yeah,
I was there the other day.
There,
Yes,
brother. You were
Yes,
there. I
sir.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I hope the Yankees win tonight. That would be nice. I don't pray to God. I don't want to be a half game out. I mean a half game out.
I didn't mean to
And
make
then
us
we're playing Atlanta, and it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to do that. So
Exactly.
we'll see.
Well, Joe, love you, bro. Real quick, everybody in the chat, I just dropped the link. Go subscribe to the shift. Support our boy Joe. Great content.
Thanks.
You want your Yankees fix. I'm telling you, go live over there. Subscribe. On that note, I love you guys. Another great one. Let's go, Yankees. And deuces!